Alhamdulillah, thumma salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala ahlihi wa sahbihi ajma'in amma ba'd. Fassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome everyone once again to the Allow the Last 30 Days Challenge, and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes it a source of good. So the first of the business models that we're going to be doing is freelancing, and inshallah is going to be on Upwork. So before going into the nitty-gritty of Upwork, it's very necessary we educate ourselves about the correct mindset. So this is very, very important, and that's why we are emphasizing on it because it's going to determine how far you're going to go in all of this, and it goes a long way in determining what you'll be able to achieve. The tawfiq of Allah would always be the backbone, the first thing, and thereafter what you are able to put forward. So the very first thing is to give value selflessly. This is probably the most important principle of making it in life. It's not just about freelancing, it's about making it in life. You must be ready to give value for nothing. You must be ready to give people value, great value. When you give people great value, they would always need you. If you give people great value, money will come after you. Don't let your eyes be on the money. If your eyes is on the money, it creates the selfish mindset and it affects the way you are going to approach work and the way you are going to approach the services you'll be rendering. So it is highly essential that what your mind should be on is giving value. Have it in mind that okay, whoever I'm going to work with, I'm going to make them far better than when they met me. I'm going to increase value. I'm going to give them more value. I'm going to put myself in a position that I will be irreplaceable. That mindset is going to help you to go a long way in this journey, and it's going to help you to get the motivation to do the needful. It's going to help you to gain the motivation to be creative and to think outside of the box. So it is very, very essential you see it like your problem is our problem, your client's problem is our problem, and you're genuinely interested in offering value and in helping them solve those problems. And that would also help you to be able to create a status for yourself that makes you highly irreplaceable. If you are able to go to any company, if you are able to work with any person, up to the point that the kind of value you create for them exceeds the amount they are giving you, they would not think twice to always give you. Let me tell you as an example. There's someone that is working with us here at Allow Dollars, one of our team. He actually joined us as an OND and he started with a pay of 25,000 naira. But this guy is very, very, very valuable. Do you understand? So, and he just spent a while with us, and he said when he was done with school, he wanted to go back home, and as a result, he wanted to leave us. We actually told him that okay, what if we doubled your salary? Would you stay? He said, but he doesn't have where to stay. What if we provided an accommodation for you? Would you stay? And he stayed. Do you understand? And the only reason we could give that offer was because we know it was far more valuable to us than the 50,000 naira we were paying, 25,000 naira we were paying, and the 50,000 we were going to offer. As I speak to you, that brother is collecting around 100,000 naira. Do you understand? And there's no reason we can afford to give him that money and we would even look back other than the fact that he is someone of value. He gives value. Do you understand? And this is what you need to do. Whoever you work with, forget about the money. The money will come, but always position yourself in a position of value. Give value selflessly. If you do give value and they don't appreciate your value, don't bother yourself. Move on. Do you understand? You have the experience. You already have the knowledge. You already have citations. You already have added to your portfolio. Move on. Do you understand? But never, ever, ever make the mistake of not wanting to give value. Never let your eyes be on the money. Let your eyes be on the value. Now that that is understood, the next thing is just from the branches of giving value, and it's to always over deliver. Always over deliver. Promise less and do more. Do you understand? It is very, very key. When you over deliver, they will always appreciate it. And it's also always going to foster a long term relationship. Because in the long run, what we need is having a group of clients that consistently come back to us asking for our service. And the only way that can be done is when we give them value and we also always over deliver. They will always be excited and they will always be happy to work with us. The last thing has to do with communication, and is that you should respond promptly at all times. If you are in a situation that you can't answer the exact question they're asking, maybe because it requires you to think through something or to check something, just respond to them that I'm sorry, I'm in the middle of something, or sorry, I'm currently on transit. I'm going to respond to you as soon as I settle down in a few hours. Do you understand? But always make sure you give them a prompt response, and it always makes them feel that okay, this guy is not going to ghost me, or this person is not responsive. Once you're always responsive and you're always great giving value, inshallah, the sky is the limit. We ask that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blesses our affairs. Now that we have the proper mindset and psychology with respect to working with people online, the second question is why Upwork? Why did we choose to go with Upwork? Because some brothers have asked that, okay, but you say you made your first earnings on Fiverr. So why did you choose Upwork for us? And the reason is because first, Fiverr has some level of predictability in the sense that when you work on Fiverr and you create your Fiverr account, Fiverr will be the one to promote your gig based on how well you use keywords and all of that. So there's nothing you can do if for you to be able to get new jobs. You just have to wait. You can wait 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. Do you understand? Until and hope that your account ranks until it ranks. So, however, on Upwork, the case is different. Once you create your profile, you can actually start applying for jobs. So it's more of a function of how well you can actually go out there and present yourself to people. So it exposes you to more opportunities, unlike Fiverr, whereby you have to just wait. There's nothing you can do until someone actually messages you. So the second thing is account security. Over the years, Fiverr has become very, very tough, up to the point that they bound a lot of people's accounts. So as someone who is just starting the online journey, it won't be a good experience for you to spend so much effort on an account only for it to be banned. So, and this is very, very common on Fiverr. Unlike Upwork, this is something that doesn't regularly happen. So, it gives your account some level of security, and you are rest assured that, inshallah, your account is going to be with you for a long time. Then, the last reason is that Upwork has higher paying clients compared to Fiverr. So a lot of people with a lot of money actually come to Upwork because Upwork was actually the very first before Fiverr came in. And the idea behind Fiverr has to do with paying $5 for different services. So unlike Upwork, whereby a lot of companies and big brands actually just come to Upwork and give big jobs, Fiverr companies too go to Fiverr, but basically the idea or the psychology behind Fiverr is that okay, you get services for cheap. So now that we understand the reason why we choose Upwork, we are now going to be discussing what services to offer. So for every one of us listening to me, you will fall into one of these three categories. You're either one someone that has one of the top freelancing or tech skills, or maybe you don't have those skills, maybe you have just professional skills, or you're just unskilled. So for the first person who has top freelancing or tech skills, let me just show you what I mean by top freelancing or tech skills. So if you search on Google for top freelancing skills, you can see graphics design, SEO, mobile app development, data analysis, web design. So all of these skills that are listed here are actually top freelancing skills. So if you have any of these skills, accounting, virtual assistant, data entry, all of these skills, if you have any of these skills, if you have experience with them and you've been doing them for a while, so it means that you fit into the first category. So the second one is top tech skills. So if you search for top tech skills, so we have some of them showing here. So you can see AI, cloud computing, cybersecurity, all of this. So if you have any of all of these skills too, they're actually skills that are high on demand. And inshallah, if you venture into them on Upwork, they shouldn't be an issue. So the second category are those that don't fall into the first category. Maybe you don't have any of all the skills that we've mentioned. So what do you do? So if you are someone that probably you're a graduate of probably electrical engineering or you're a graduate of mechanical engineering and you have some other skills like maybe CAD design or you have skills regarding M&E design or you're an architect and you have skills regarding rendering interior renderings or exterior renderings or all of those kind of stuff. So if you have those other professional skills, or maybe you have skill with respect to using Excel or data entry or using Microsoft Word, all of these things, do you understand? If you have any of all these skills, then you fall into the second category. These skills are skills that actually are needed on Upwork. Or maybe you are even a teacher you know mathematics, you know physics, you know all of these things. So your service is also needed on Upwork. So you see people asking you to probably help them set questions in mathematics, help them test questions or exam questions, and all of those kind of things. So you can actually find a place for yourself on Upwork. So basically, if you have any professional skill, you can also try out Upwork with any of those professional skills. Now, if you don't find yourself in any of these first two categories and you realize that, okay, I don't even have any skill I believe I can sell, then writing is an option. Everybody writes every day. We type, with text. So, with you can actually start with writing. There's always demand for writers. And don't be scared if your writing is not so strong. It's fine. We're going to be using different tools and we're going to be showing you how to write great copies and great text, inshallah, even when your grammar is weak, you don't need to bother yourself about that. We're going to be showing you through how to achieve all of that, and you deliver excellent results, inshallah. So now that we have that properly understood, we are now going to go to the Upwork platform itself. Now, for the Upwork platform, we have two sides to it. We have the buyer side and we have the seller side. So the buyer side is the side of those we want to work with. That's those that are coming to Upwork to look for sellers, to look for designers, to look for writers, to look for. Do you understand? So that buyer side is good for us to know what it is that the buyers see. So we'll be able to position ourselves properly when setting up our profile. So I'm going to be showing you the buyer side of things, and I'm also going to be showing you how you can set up your niche and your profile too. So once you're done with the profile set up and all of that, we're also going to be doing what is called niche validation. We are going to be checking on Upwork to be sure that, okay, this niche I have chosen, is this a niche that has proper volume and that I can actually stay in for a long time. So I'm going to be showing you all of this, inshallah. So the very first one is the buyer side of things. So I'm going to be going to my browser and I'm going to be showing you how it looks like on Upwork on the buyer side. So once we are on our browser, we just go to upwork.com. So this is how Upwork looks like. So if you want to go to the buyer side of things, all we need to do is just click here and search for something. But before we go to the buyer side of things, I want to quickly show you an insight into actually you doing some background research on the service you want to render, such that by the time you're going to the buyer side of things, you'll be searching for the job you want to be offering. So, and for that purpose, we're going to come here. Once you put your cursor here, find work, you will now come to find work for your skills. So you don't need to be signed in or sign up to Upwork to do all what I'm doing now. So you would not have an Upwork account, obviously, just why I don't have an Upwork account on this browser. So all you just need to do is just click on it. So, and you can actually still do your research for jobs you can offer. After you've checked out those top tech skills or any skill that you think, okay, these are the skills, you list them out. Okay, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. Then you now come here to do your research and to see how viable it is on Upwork. So when you click on it, so you're going to see find the best freelance jobs. So, and if you scroll down, you see something on the left bar. So the left bar is more like the type of work, while to the right side you now have different lists of services that are rendered. Now it's worth noting that the fact that Upwork listed these services does not mean that those services have high volume. They're just listed by Upwork, and that's why it's important you actually check for top or high paying skills. So we're going to be validating whatever skill or whatever service we want to be rendering here a bit, and we're going to now do more in-depth validation when we've created our account. So just for us to have a bird eye view of what is entailed. So here you can go choose a section. This is a section that has to do with development and IT, and you just have only things that have to do with development and IT here. Or you choose design and creative, you choose finance and accounting. So you can choose any section that applies to you. Legal, maybe you're into law or something like that. Sales and marketing, writing and translation. So whatever it is you've chosen, do you understand? You would actually find something that works for you. And if you don't have an idea, you can just go to any type of work and you just start going through each and every of these services and see what synchronizes well with you. So for me, I just want to try out something. I just want to. So there are two options. You can search and you can also just use the keywords they provided. Like for example, 3D visualization freelancer. Once I click on it, it's going to show you. Look, Upwork is saying that there are 1,554 3D visualizer jobs on Upwork currently. So, and that's a good sign. So when you have jobs that are over 1,000, it's a very good sign that okay, there's traffic for it. And when you start searching, you see that one day ago, can see one day ago, one day ago, can see one day ago, one day ago. So it means that what people are actually posting jobs. So if you click on load more, it will show you. Do you understand? 22 hours ago, 21 hours. So there is a lot of what? Lot of jobs. There are a lot of jobs, but it won't show you more than this. So, but it gives us insight to the niche you are choosing that, okay, this niche I'm choosing actually has traffic. So you can do that for any job you're interested in. So I can go back now and pick up another job. And let me look for another one. Let me see, maybe corridor specialist, for example. Look at this corridor specialist, it's just 51. You can see it's just 51. So it means that it's not something that what is so viable for you. But you should bear in mind that CorelDRAW is a software that is under graphics design. So it's because it's too niched down. Do you understand? So, but what I'm just trying to say basically is that wherever you pick there, you just try to check if it's something viable. You can see that if you check this CorelDRAW specialist 21 days ago, 20 days ago, you can see that this is not 18 days ago, 9 days ago. This is not something you want to delve into. You'll just be wasting your time. So what I'm just trying to say basically is the fact that it is listed here on Upwork doesn't mean that it means that oh there is high volume or high demand for it. No. And that's why it's essential we checked out the skills, the top skills. Do you understand initially? So you see what you can do. And you can also just even use the platform itself to get an idea of okay, what are the jobs that are available. And if it's niche based, you can actually look. I'm into IT, so let me see what I can do that has to do with IT. Whatever works for you. So you just pick what works for you. So in my case, I'll just pick maybe copywriter. This if I click on it now, let's see. You can see that copywriter we have 899 jobs. Do you understand? That's fairly it's close to 1,000, and it's still okay. 2 days ago, 2 days ago, it's 2 days ago, 2 days ago. One day ago, one day ago. So it's still okay. 2 days ago, you understand. So basically, you want something that has a lot of volume. So, but usually I always advise 1,000 and above. But if it's less than that, if it's a bit less than that, it still works. Do you understand? So let's go back. So now that you have gone through, after going through all of this, and you have decided, okay, this is what I want to do, then you now go and search based on the keyword. In my case, what I said I wanted to do was content writer because I saw it there that there was content writer. Let me show you what I'm saying. So if you go to find skills once more, so if I go to writing, okay, so it's copywriter. So let me just use this. So it's this copywriter. Let's just use it for an example, copywriter. So if I go back again now, so I'm just going to search for copy. You can see that immediately you search, it's going to start suggesting. You can see these are keywords. You can see copywriter, copywriting, copywriters, copy editor, copywriter marketing, sales copywriter. All of these are keywords that you should pen down, write them down, because they're going to become very handy when we move forward, especially when we now start looking for jobs. They are going to be very, very, very useful. So you pen them down. After you've decided to go for a specific service, this is so you just click on search for talent. So you just click on search for talent and click on enter. So once you click on enter, it's going to show you this interface. So this is what a buyer sees whenever he wants a service or whenever he wants to search for someone that can deliver a service for him. He's going to see first this header area, and he's going to see this left side, and he's going to see this right side. So I'm saying this because you as a person, when you want to present yourself, what he will see is that he will see your, sorry about that, he's going to see your picture, one, he's going to see your name, he's going to see your title, and he's going to see your location. You can see. Then he will see your cost, the amount you charge, your rating, your job success, and the amount you've earned. Then he will see keywords. And the last thing you will see is the first two lines of your profile description. This is very, very powerful. So it means that you only have two lines to catch the buyer's attention. Do you understand? So it's very, very essential. These things are the things you have. It's like your best opportunity to show yourself to the buyer that I am the ideal person. So I'm going to be guiding you on how you're going to set it up that it's going to be wow. Do you understand? But what I'm just trying to say is that so you understand what is entailed and what the bias is, and you put that into consideration when you are setting up your profile. I'm going to be guiding you on this, just as I've said, but it's good you to understand where we are coming from, so that if need be for you to make one or two alterations, you'd actually make it based on knowledge. Now that we understand how it looks like on the buyer side of things, another thing will be handy is what we have on this side. Do you understand? We are going to be needing it a lot. Looking for top rated plus. These top rated plus people are the people that have made crazy amounts. Look at this person, $90,000. This person hid her earnings, but you can be rest assured that she has made crazy amounts. See, over $100,000 and not 100,000 naira, $100,000. Do you understand? This is another person over $100,000. So when we say these things work, $100,000, $200,000, not 200,000 naira, $20,000. Do you understand? This amount, like for example, $200,000 is like almost like it's crazy amount in naira. If you multiply that by 1,500, that's almost like is it not 300 million thereabout? I'm not sure. So we're not doing math here. So basically, what I'm just trying to say is that you too can make good money like this. Do you understand? So when we are saying you should make $500 in a month, it's peanut compared to what people are making here. Do you understand? And you too can make this money too. Do you understand? So just follow the instructions and put your tawakkul on Allah and do what is needed of you. So once we understand how the interface works now, so we're going to proceed into our actual profile setup. So I'm going to be guiding you on what you need to understand regarding profile setup. Then we are now going to actually do the core profile setup ourselves. So I'm going to go back to the slides and we're going to go through what is needed to set up your profile. And then we'll now do the live walkthrough whereby I'll be showing you myself how I would create a profile for my Upwork account. So, what are the tips? So, when setting up your Upwork account, what are the tips we need to know and put in mind when we are setting it up? The very first thing is that we are going to be climbing on the shoulders of those that have come before us. And what I mean by that is that we are going to be taking a lot of insights from those that are doing well. You know, I ticked on the top rated plus. Those people, we are going to look for the 10 best accounts and we're going to look at them and we're going to look for some things in them. We pick from this person, pick from this person, pick from this person, take insights from them, and we're going to use it to generate our profile. So we're going to be taking insights from the best of the best and we're going to be using it in developing our profile. The second thing is storyline. There's a popular marketing statement that facts tell, stories sell. And is that whenever you want to grab attention, one of the ways to hook people in and to make people interested in what you have to say is to present it like a story. So, and we're going to be using this also to actually drive what attention to our profile. I'm going to be explaining all of this, inshallah. So, what I'm just basically saying is that what we are going to be using what a storyline when setting up our profile. I'm going to be showing you all of this, but I'm just going to explain it first and foremost. So the third thing you need to bear in mind is when you are speaking, don't say I. No, you should use you. You should be your. And what I mean is that when you are speaking, you should be speaking with respect to the person who wants to order from you, the buyer. That way, it's more like you understand them. Writing is about expressing yourself, but copywriting and writing to make sales is about making the person who is reading what you have written to feel understood. And there's no way you can make them feel understood other than what addressing their fears and all of those things. So instead of I am a graphics designer with 30 years of experience, you can say you're looking for a graphics designer with years of experience. Do you understand? And you are at the right place. Do you understand? So it's not about you. It's like what, or you just found the right person. So you should always speak with in terms of what the buyer needs, not about you. Nobody cares about you. What they are concerned about is their problems and how they can solve their problems. And they are very interested in who will help me solve my problems. And you should present yourself like, I know your problem and I'm going to help you solve your problem. That's the idea. Do you understand? The next thing is that you're going to be tackling their fears. And the fear anyone who comes to a freelancing platform will always have, no matter your niche, is first, they're always scared that is the person I'm going to be hiring an expert. So expertise is a fear. Another thing is availability. Because we're on the internet, you're at another part of the world and I'm at another part of the world. How sure am I that I would need when I need you again, you'll be available? Or even while we are working on the project, if I need you to do something quick, will you be available? So this is one of the fears they have. Another fear they have is dedication. Will you be dedicated to work as you should work? Do you understand? Another one is timeliness. Will you be able to deliver on time or will you disappoint me? Another one is quality. Will you give them the quality that they are looking for? And the last one is what that you won't ghost them. You won't, maybe after you complete a project and they need you to actually work on the project after a while, you just disappoint them. So those are the fears they have. Do you understand? And this fear is general. Those are the fears you should tackle. When you tackle them, irrespective of the service you render, everyone would be raising their hands to want to work with you. So it's very essential you do that. And the next one is that you should use hooks. So hook is the first line. That first line should be something that would force anyone that sees the first two words to read the next three words. And the person that sees the next three words will want to read the whole line. And the person that sees the line will want to read the next line. So that's the hook. The hook is something that you use to attract or to call their attention and will make them what read through what you have. So an example of a hook is I don't promise results. Anyone that says I don't promise results, like what are you looking for? I deliver them. Oh. Do you understand? They'll be interested, like, what does this guy have to say? This guy looks interesting. So what I'm just trying to say basically is we're going to be using hooks. I'm going to be showing you how to use all of this. So, but basically, I'm just telling you these tips so I will bear them in mind. And when we are setting it up, you see them in actual play. So you understand where we are coming from with all of those decisions or all of the things we do, so you understand where it's all coming from. So the next one is a front facing image with a plain background. You need that to set up your profile, and it should be that you're facing the camera. It shouldn't be the side of your face. It should be your face facing the camera, and you should wear a smile. Do you understand? You should look, not that you should open your teeth like you are laughing, but you should just be a mild smile showing that you are someone that is approachable. Then the profile image you use should be the same you will use on all platforms. So I'm going to be showing you how to set up your profile on other platforms too. So, but that profile image you intend to use for your Upwork will be what you use for all other platforms too. And the last one is that you should use the formula. So there's a formula we use when setting up our profiles. So I'm going to be showing you the formula in a bit. So the formula has just 6 elements. The first one is the hook. Just as I've explained before, the hook is what actually draws the attention to what you have to say. So the next one is review and testimonial. I'm going to be showing you how to get reviews and testimonials and even your portfolio very soon. Then you're also going to be needing an introduction showing your experience. So all of this information that we are going to be needing, we are going to be gaining insights from those 10 experts, those 10 top selling experts that we're going to be using their account. Will be what we are looking for in their account is who is this, what kind of hook did they use? Do you understand? What kind of introduction did they use regarding their experience? So how did they present it? Do you understand? You gain insights from it and you use it to write your own and even make it even better. So you're going to address their fears. We've mentioned those fears you can address. If you can address all of them, fine. But if you can't address all of them, address at least 3 to 4 of them. Do you understand? And also why should you be chosen? So I'm going to be explaining how you're going to craft why you should be chosen to, but you would also will gain insights for all of these things. We're going to gain a lot of insights from what those that are actually doing this job and they are performing well are actually doing. And the last one is going to be the call to action. You must always tell them what to do. And there are different ways to tell them what to do. And we're going to see it when we start going through the profiles. You too would see the different ways people are actually come up with all of this and how creative people can actually be with all of these things. And it's just those creativity we want to actually utilize and actually create a better form of. And we're going to now merge all of this and create an amazing profile. Do you understand? An amazing profile description. So it's worth noting that your profile description is something like that is like a living being that will always be in need of you coming back to it once in a while to actually check it out and see if you can actually upgrade it and upgrade it and upgrade it based on what is available in the industry. So now that we understand that, we're now going to go to Upwork now. And I'm going to be showing you how we're going to actually practically do this if we wanted to do it. So we are back on Upwork. Just in case you forgot how we got here, what we just did was we came up here and we searched for copywriter. Do you understand? That's what we did. And when we searched for it, we then clicked on top rated plus this one and we ticked on it. So that way it's going to only show us those that are top rated plus. And we said it before, you can see that these people are earning good money, 100,000, 200,000. So what we want to do now is that we want to view their profiles. So and for us to do that, we'll right click on their, so if you click outside, like you can see that there's no open a new tab. So what we want to do is we want to right click on their, sorry about that. So if you click on it, it will just come up, and that's why I want to right click and open a new tab. So if you just click on it, it will just come out just the way it came out like this. You just, let me show you, and this is how it will come out, and we won't be able to view the profile the way we like. So and that's why I usually prefer to open it in a new tab. So we'll go down again. So when we are looking at it, we're just going to be looking at, just randomly pick the best ones. Do you understand? Or the ones that you see that, okay, I like the way this person did his own hair. Do you understand? So just pick them. So anyone you see, this guy, okay, he said something that interests me. Look at the way he started it with star, 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 star. It's okay. I can try something like this out. Do you understand? So you just go through it. So just open randomly like that. So just keep opening. So you can go to the next page too and just keep opening. So we need at least 10 of this. So the idea is for us to get insights from what the best of the best are doing. So when we get insights from what the best of the best are doing, I told you that we are going to be using what they have written for our own profile. Let me see. Do we have up to 10 there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we just need one more. See, this guy is Ikenna. He's in Nigerian. This guy has earned $10,000. He's a Nigerian and he has earned $10,000. So do you see? So it's very, very possible for you to. He's a fellow Nigerian like you and he has earned $10,000. So so we have 10 now. So now that we have 10, we can now go back here. So what we are going to be doing is that we are going to be, based on what we have set for ourselves, we are now going to be checking out for our hook section, which one makes sense the most. For this section, which one makes sense the most. So I'm going to be using something called word counter. So you just you open a new tab and you search for word counter. You just tab enter. So this is the one we are looking for, wordcounter.net. So whatcounter.net today is just a place where I just actually like to just scribble out things I want to use temporarily. So that's just what it is for. It's for actually counting words. Well, that's what I use it for, and that's what we're using it for here. So what we want to do is for the hook section, we'll go through it, which one of them has a good hook. And if you see that none of them has a good hook up to the one we have actually even mentioned, that gives you an advantage that wow. It means that if I use a strong hook, I'm going to actually outperform all of these people. Do you understand? So the idea is to get insights from what people are doing. And if they're not doing something we're giving you insights regarding, it gives you an edge that okay, yes, I can actually even do better than what these people are doing. So the very first one is the hook. So I'm just going to write hook. So, and I'll just start pasting the ones I feel make sense amongst them. So, Audi from this doesn't say anything yet. Do you understand? So, this makes sense. You get what you pay for. Zach was slightly above our budget. So this person actually started with a review. You can see 5-star review. This is nice. So you in your case, you don't have review. But I'm going to show you how you get review. Don't worry. So, but this is a very nice one too. So you can see it started with a review. So let's go to the next one. So let's go. Conversion comparison, turn your site into lead generation machine. So you can see this person is using the UUU, but this is not just so catchy enough for me. No ChatGPT, no outsourcing, 10 years of experience. This is nice. So these are some of the things that copywriters fear, that it's just going to use bots to actually create content for me. So this is something that is nice. So you can see. So we'll come back again. So you can see I'm just coming to check out what makes sense for each section. I'm going to do that. So this is kind of funny. It looks outrageous. Custom consumer isn't a moron. She is your wife. It's actually funny. So, but it's the hook, but I think you went overboard with this. So, you can either insult our intelligence with your sales code emails, or you can garnish trust by telling our 100 fascinating truths. This is actually nice, but this is just a bit extreme. So, let's just take it. We'll see how we can be creative with it. So, so basically, we are just trying to gather a lot of options for ourselves. This is just still all about the hook section. What is it people are using to hook people in? Specialists in focus, and this is just normal. There's nothing here. So this is person is actually leveraging on the fact that it's a top rated sales plus. But we are not that, so we can't use that. Hey there, you'll be glad you came to this profile. So this is nice. It's not too wow, but it's creative. Like, okay, what is it you have in your profile? Let me check. So so basically, let me see. I think this is where we did last. So this is Ikenna, the Nigerian, top-rated technical copywriter, more than 100. So he's talking about what he has gathered here. It's fine too. So he's showcasing expertise. So what I'm just trying to say basically is we're not using all of this, but what we need is just to look at. We have an idea of, okay, what is it everyone is doing. So we just keep on doing that. Senior sales copywriter, okay. Scouted for expert. Okay, so I think this is fine. So another thing that I missed out on is actually the very first thing, which is the title. I started with the hook, so let's make the section for the title and let's go through. So we're going to be doing all of that for all the sections basically. So the same thing with title. I'm just going to do one of it. I don't want this video to be too long. So this is the title. So let's go to title. Let's go back again to the very beginning. Okay, we started here. So he just called himself a copywriter. There's nothing wow about that. Award meaning email and website cover words that sell. Not really. I'm not impressed with this. Mind control copywriter A to Z website emailing. I'm expecting more from people that are doing copywriting. Okay. I'm expecting more. So usually the idea is this: whenever you're writing, this is better. That's the funny thing. He's in Nigeria, and I think he's one of those that have one of the best titles. So, and is that what you want to do is you want to have a bit of a broad section of what you do, and then you have a bit of a niche in. He just did it the other way. Instead of expert technical copywriter, it can be um expert copywriter forward slash or something. I'll show you that very soon. All right. So this is also very good. Senior sales copywriter. So brand strategy, voice and tone guidelines. This is very good. This is a very good title. So basically, let me just copy this. So in our case, so let's copy. Let's paste here. So this is one. So then let's take Ikenna's one. Ikenna. So so in your case, so the one we want to use, you can just call this my title. So so I'm going to be picking sales copywriter. So from the very first one, senior sales copywriter. So and I'm going to also, and I can just pick this one, an expert SEO specialist, something like this. So this is fine. So basically, you can see that I just used a merge of just these two. So, but whatever it is you are going to be showing them that you do is something you should have confidence that you actually do. Do you understand? So, inshallah, for those that are into writing, we're going to be showing you what, because we know those are the people that the category of people that actually don't have a skill. So, I'm going to be explaining how you're going to be doing your service delivery, inshallah. So, but if you fall into any of the other niches, whatever skill it is you want to do, it should be something that you have confidence in. So basically, we already have our title here with this. So the next thing is the hook. So I'm going to just do an example of the hook, and thereafter we'll move to the other parts. So we'll just roughly do that. So let me just say my hook. So now for me, you get what you get exactly the same thing. So like for example, the way Zach said you get what you paid for, though is a review, but I actually got an insight to intrigue. You don't get what you paid for, you get what you paid for. Rather, you get more. So and we can continue with the other parts of the description with that. Maybe we can say your sales copy is that single opportunity you have to interact with your prospective clients, and you don't want to miss that shot. So your sales copy is that single opportunity. So, okay. Single opportunity you have to interact with your prospective clients, and you don't want to miss that shot. So it can be something like this. So and we can just continue speaking in that line. So it's like we're trying to create a storyline. Oh, and we now start telling them that the impact of what a sales copy is, and after that, then we can go into the intro. So, but basically, this is how you get hooks. So you can. I just only use this. I can get insights from this that okay, people don't like using ChatGPT or using it, so you can actually spin out words. Okay, that the copies I'm going to be are going to be originally generated, and you can rest assured that there are no bots or anything of such in it. So you can just come up with a description based on what you have other people discussing. So this is just basically our hook. You don't get what you paid for, rather you get more. Your sales copy is to and we continue. So before I proceed, I would want to open a Google Doc so that I will be able to be using it for the ones that we have done. You know, we've done the title now, we've done this title, and we've also done the hook. So I want to put everything in one document. So you just need to go to docs.new to go to the Google Docs, docs.new. So if you want to use Google Doc, you will need to sign into your Google on that browser. So make sure you are signed into your Google account. So it is that Google account you are signed in with that you'll be able to use it with. So I can just call it I think we are doing copywriter. Copy copywriting description. Then profile description. I just call it my copywriting profile description. So let me copy the title. So I'll just by the time we are done, would have everything in one place, and would still come back to harmonize everything such that everything will now will look like okay, we are seeing the same thing and everything is okay. So we have our title, we have our hook. So just as we've said before, the next one is going to be our experience. So as you can see, we have the hook already. This review and testimonial, I said we are going to explain how you get it. So the next one is an introduction showing your experience. So that's what we want to do now. So let's do it together. So let's go back to our word counter. Introduction showing experience. Okay. So just as we did for the other ones, we're going to be so this is experience. Sorry. So we paste that. This is one. Let's number it. One. So we'll go to the second one, two. Okay. You can get like I said, okay. $100 million plus generated as a client. Okay. So we can't use this, so there's no point. Get to know me. So is this we don't have much here. So this is nice too. So number three, we've gone through this. Okay. It doesn't have anything in experience. Okay. You just said I have 10 years of experience. Okay. That's basic. So let's go to the next one. It's like these things are reloading. So let me just click on all of them so it won't waste our time. Okay. Ahmad. Let's see what Ahmad has to say. Ahmad is season covered. Okay, 6 years of experience. Solid 4 year background and spirit in marketing terms. Okay. Nothing much here. So basically, and that's why we have 10. So some might have wonderful aspects of one side and some might have better aspects of one side. So when we have 10 of them, we'll be able to pick a lot of insights from all of them all together. So this person used reviews here. These are reviews. So, but we're not specialist in conversion, focus, and technical B2B content for SaaS. Okay, he has something interesting here. Let's copy it into our word counter. So the idea is just to pick from every one of them and get insights from them. I'm not asking you to copy word for word. Though. Don't copy word for word. For the sake of Allah, please don't. So with over 10 years of experience in finance industry, I bring wealth of experience to my role. I have honed skills, financial. and There's nothing much here. Let's see what Ikin has to say. Okay, this is nice. Sorry about that. So let's see. Rachel is the last person. Okay. She has a lot of things to boast about here, so but there's really not much of insight. She has quite a lot of things to boast about, but we can't actually use it because now see if we have some of all of these things we can boast about, but we have five already. Okay, four. So we can work with these four. So what we're going to do is we're now going to write my experience. So looking at everything, so I'm experienced working with ad agencies and so just as I've said, is that the introduction should also be channeled about them, even though we want to talk about ourselves, but we should channel it towards what we can do for them. So this person is talking about his experience in working with ad agencies in house marketing teams, and he has had opportunities to dip his toe into the industry. So do you understand? Different industries. So and here he's talking about this person is talking about. Okay, I like this. After years of studying psychology of writing, so we can use psychology of writing. So it can be it can be working with me. It's like will give you give you access to. So I want to take advantage of what he has said here. And finding secrets will give you access. So this what I'm interested in, like your mission in a way that sells. So I'm looking for a way of crafting it. So working with me will give you access to it won't work that way. Let me see. You can just use I will communicate your mission in a way that sells. I am a specialist and an expert in writing copies that sell. So I want to take advantage of this aspect too. As a seasoned copywriter, as a let me just copy it. As a seasoned copywriter. So in our case, we are not saying we are technical copywriters. So as a seasoned copywriter, an SEO specialist, I specialize in creating user user friendly content that will drive massive sales. So in this case, this is that will resonate with your audience. But the goal of anyone that is coming to write copy or get your copywriting service is to drive sales. So you would mention the end goal in mind. So bear in mind that whatever it is we're writing here is not final. So but we're just we're just taking ideas from all of them and we're going to still rewrite everything inshallah. So but you can see that we are picking from here, there, here, there, here, there, here, there. And we're using it to create our own copy. So now the next part of it we check is addressing their fears. So we're going to go to the next part, addressing their fears. So for the first one of addressing their fears, so we've mentioned the fears that they have. So we're going to check the accounts that have things to say about fears. So we need someone who is a self set starter, easygoing and everything. and then I'm the guy. So I'm not a pump trick pony. I learn, familiarize, and execute. Okay, this actually handles some of their fears. It's not, and it's subtle. So let's try another one. Let's check. So that's how we're going to be checking for each of those sections that we're looking for. Some of them might have it, some of them might not have it. So, but what you want to look out for is just to get idea of what it is you want to achieve. I don't think this person has anything to do. Nothing like that here. Let's see. So this is an advantage. You see that a lot of them are not tackling their fears. It means that you have an advantage. That way, when you tackle their fears, their mind will be at rest and they will want to buy. So and that's very good. This is quite long. So you don't need something long. You need something short and concise, and they'll grab their attention. So, okay, let me see. Okay, no one is addressing their fears. Because no one is addressing their fears, and that's beautiful for us. So we would have to come up with something that addresses their fears. So So, for us, what we want to tackle are the fears of dedication, timeliness, quality, ghosting, and all of those stuff. So, and I've said it before that we should always have it in mind that we want to tell a story. So, just imagine how you can tell that in a story form. So, you can say, have you ever worked with a freelancer? For example, you can start with that. Like, have you ever worked a freelancer and you can't just help yourself? They are ever failing deadlines, delayed responses to inquiries. So that attacks lack of dedication and most so and at the end of the day, yeah, end of the day, you end up having crap. So let me see if this goes well. So have you ever worked with a freelancer and you can't just help yourself because of their ever failing, because of this, they are ever failing deadlines, delayed responses to inquiries, lack of dedication, and at the end of the day you end up having crap. So let me pause it and do a bit of ideation and I'll come up with something and I'll explain how I arrived at it. So I was able to come up with this second version. I think I'm okay with it. So like working with freelancers can be sometimes annoying. And I don't blame you for taking the time to find the right fit. You want someone who is dedicated, motivated, delivers on time, communicates effectively, and most especially delivers high quality at all times. This and more is what you get when you work with me. So we have addressed their fears there. So I think it's a lot better than this one. So I'm going to delete this. So I will just copy the whole of this into our Google Doc. Okay, so what's the next thing we're going to check out for? So the next thing is why you should be chosen. So for why you should be chosen, we won't be using what they have. We won't be checking out on other people's profiles for it because we have a formula for why you should choose me. That is actually very general and actually works a lot. So and that's what we're going to just be using straight away. So for why you should choose me, so for the aspect that has to do with why you should choose me, we have we have a template that we usually use. So and it's just going to be 4 points. It's still those fears, but we are just going to reiterate some of them. And there are some of them that does not have to do with the fear. So the first thing is the idea. The first idea is the fact that we'll tell them that we work with maximum of 5 people at a time to ensure that we have high quality. So that's the first one. Do you understand? The second one is that we don't ghost off. The third one is that we will always over deliver at all times. And the last one is that we deliver before time. So those are the four things that we'll mention there. So let me just type them. So sorry about that. I take a maximum of 5 jobs at a time to maintain top quality and I don't outsource to junior colleagues. So that's the first point. The second point is I will never ever ghost you no matter what. Whether we are working on a project or you need me to work on or you need me to maybe revisit a previous project we've worked on. Need me to revisit a project we have worked on before. I will always be there for you. So the next one is I over deliver at all times. And the last one is I always deliver before the deadline. So these are the why you should choose me. So no matter the niche you are, these would always fit in for you. So and these are very strong whys for you to do. And the last one after that is the call to action. So we can check out ideas for call to action. Call to action is the fact what you want them to do. And what we want them to do is that they should click on the message me. So now, for example, you see, now they are here and they are searching whenever they are looking at there is meant to be a higher button to the right here, but because we have not yet signed in, so it's not going to be there. So we are going to give them a call to action that they should click on the button to message us. So and that's what it's going to be, or something else that can intrigue them to just take the action. It could be message me, it could be click the message me button, it could be anything. So let's see how this is done by some of them. Need more convincing. Take a moment to read reviews on me. Okay. He didn't say anything about call to action. That's not good enough. There has to always be a call. There has to always be a call to action. Let me see. Thank you so much for taking me. If you have any question, reach out to me if you have any questions. Sounds like a okay. So see this. This is nice. Sounds like a good fit. Click the green invite to job button in the right hand corner and write me a note. I will get back to you shortly. So this is a nice call to action. I like this. So let's go back to our word counter. So call to action. So one, I have that. So let's go back. The end. Let's see what he has to say. Until then, send me a piece of your copy. No call to action yet. Let's see what Ahmed has to say. He just said message me. If you are insistent on hiring me, I would love to hear from you. Message me with not more like what we want. He has a call to action, but it's not creative enough. Read enough, got more questions. Read enough, got more questions. Get in touch and let's start doing things. This is not bad too. I still like the first one more. Steve. Okay, let's come here. Okay. So right off the bat, you will start seeing the ones you actually like. It's not compulsory, it's what I like, you like too. So, but something that resonates more with you and something that comes off with you naturally. When I'm working, I enjoy it. Okay. When I'm working, this does not have call to action. So let's meet. Yes, not bad, but not exactly what we're looking for. Choosing to work with you're working. Contact me today to discuss how I can help you. It's not bad too. Achieve your goals. So we're going to the last person is Richard. So the idea is we have our structure that we're looking for, and we're just checking out what everybody is doing, checking out what everybody is doing, so that by the time we come up with our own, it looks so superb, and we would have considered the best of every. So this is nice. Bottom line, you need a shack of a copywriter, and I need an outlet for my over analytical OCD. So let's help each other out before your competition calls me. This is nice. Let's see. Sorry, not here. Okay, now we're going to look for our own call to action now. So, so for my call to action, honestly, this is what I like. I like this. Sounds like a few. This wins it for me. Let me see if there's any other one that I can merge. Maybe ready enough. Got more questions? Get in touch and let's start doing things together. Contact me today to discuss how I can help you achieve your goals. Bottom line. So, so we can use this. So we can actually use this. You need a shark of a copywriter, and I need an outlet for my over analytical OCD creative energy. So let's help each other out. Click the okay and write me a note. I'll get back to you shortly. So this is perfect for our call to action. So like the bottom line better. So let me just use it. So so you can see that we are just picking from everyone. So my call to action. So and we have it all here. So now what we want to do is we want to make everything one. So for us to make everything one, we don't need the headings again. So the title is going to be the title. We can leave that. So for the hook, so instead of this hook, we can just call it profile. So everything is going to be part of our profile. So I'm not going to be separating. So we're going to be removing this my experience. Just delete it. Addressing the affairs, just delete it. Delete this one. So all of those call to action and everything, just delete them. And now we're now going to read it through like it's one message we're trying to reach out to someone and make adjustments as necessary. So you don't get what you paid for, rather you get more. Your sales copy is that single opportunity you have to interact with your prospective client, and you don't want to miss that shot. I will communicate your mission in a way that sells. I am a specialist that, okay, so there's no need for the that. So I am a specialist and an expert in writing copies that sell. As a seasoned copywriter and SEO specialist, I specialize in creating user-friendly content that will drive massive sales. Working with freelancers can be sometimes annoying, and I don't blame you for taking the time to find the right fit. You want someone who is dedicated, motivated, delivers on time, communicates effectively, and most especially delivers high quality at all times. This and more is what you get when you work with me. I take a maximum of 5 jobs at a time to maintain top quality, and I don't outsource to junior colleagues. I will never ever ghost you no matter what. Whether we are working on a project or you need me to revisit, okay. You need me to revisit a project we have worked on before, I will always be there for you. I over deliver at all times. We can make this together. I over deliver at all times and always deliver before deadlines. So this bottom line doesn't sing. So let me see what we can use here. Lastly, so we can say, here's my candid advice. Here is my candid advice. What you okay, so you can say, here's my candid advice. You need a shark of a copywriter. Okay, well, yeah, here's what I think. Instead of here's my candid, here is what I think. You need a shark of a copywriter, and I need an outlet for my over analytical OCD creative energy. So let's help each other out. Okay, click the green invite to job button on the top right hand corner and write me a note. I will get back to you shortly. So this is it. So we have our profile description ready. So you can see how we achieved it. We achieved it by first looking for the best, taking insights from each of them based on all of those categories, the hook, and everything is there. So for each of them, you can see that those things we said, I left space, enough space. You can see enough space for each paragraph. Do you understand? It makes it easier to read. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So there has to be enough space such that it is easier for them to read and they digest everything. So now we have our profile ready. You can see, Alhamdulillah. So our profile is ready. So we're going to be proceeding to the next part, which is the part that has to do with reviews. And thereafter, we're now going to do the actual live walkthrough of signing up and filling all this information as necessary. So we ask that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blesses our affairs. So I'm going to be going back to the slides now. So we have our hook ready. The testimonial and review is not yet ready. So I'm going to be showing you how to get that. So we have our introduction, our addressing the affairs, why they should choose us, and the call to action. So all of this, the reason I'm taking time to do it and show you how I do it and showing you all of these tactics, because we want you to create your own tool that is unique to you, that has your voice in it, that addresses your own peculiar issue. Do you understand? So for the sake of Allah, don't just copy here and there. Rather, what you should do is you should copy and try to just add some of your own things to it, and it's going to make you unique and it's going to make you stand out, inshallah. So the next thing is, just as I've said, is about the portfolio and the reviews. Now, for our portfolio, there are going to be a number of ways we're going to get them. And when we do get the portfolio, we are going to also get the reviews alongside. So the first thing is you need to look for three of your family and friends that are running any business whatsoever, and just render your service to them for free. So if you have a brother, uncle, sister, any of your family friends, they have a business, just go to meet them and render your service to them for free. If you're a graphics designer, design flyers for them. If you are a writer, write copies for them. Do you understand? Write copies for them and put it on Medium, even if they don't have a website. Do you understand? Just do it for free. That service you render it to those people for free. You have already started rendering that service. That's the first. And you ask them to, you're not going to collect any money, but you ask them to give you a review. They should see how they feel when they saw what you did. And you must, and that's the concept of value. You must be willing to do it. Don't do it like it's cuckoo free. You want to do it anyhow. No, because it's your portfolio. Those are going to work with you later on will still need to go ask for your portfolio. So if you do it well, they will see that this is a good job. Do you understand? So you're going to be needing it. So that value, work on it like it's the best piece you're going to ever create. So give in your very best, spend the time and do it well, and give it to them. And when you give anyone something valuable, they will appreciate it. And what you just ask for them from them is for them to write you a review. So they're going to write you a review on LinkedIn, and they will tag you and say that, okay, so person worked with me and he did an amazing job, and they will say what they truly feel about what you did for them. So you just need three family or members or friends to do this. So another thing you're going to do, so that makes it up three. So you're going to also look for top companies that need your services. So, and you said you can search for them on Google. Like for example, copywriting, you can search what companies need copywriting services on Google. When you search for it, then you can pick the top companies that need copywriting services. Just check out those companies and look for one of their products and do the copywriting service. If it's graphics design you do, make a graphics design. If it's website design you do, make a website for them. Whatever service you render, just render that service for them for free. Do you understand? And you get their email, you look for their email and you communicate with them. You send an email to them, or you go to their social media platform and you send it to them that you did this for them and you want to know their thoughts. So don't expect any response from them. It depends on whoever sees it. Some might respond, but don't put your heart to it. The idea is just to build your portfolio. That's the goal. The goal is just for you to build portfolio, for you to gain confidence, for you to get your hands on jobs, even when you have not gotten a job. So that way you'll be able to have a very, very nice positioning, and you would have gotten your confidence. So the time once you start working with real clients, you won't have fears. You would have already overcome the fear of working or getting good results. So another thing we are going to be doing is we're going to be checking job posts of those top rated sellers. Those 10 top rated sellers you've chosen, you're going to start checking the job posts that they did. Those jobs they did, go. You go and check them. Those exact jobs, you check them. And when you check them, you try to do those jobs by yourself. Do you understand? And you add them to your portfolio. So you can see that there are a lot of ways you can get your portfolio ready and get your hands to actually work. So once you have that, if you do 3 of each, you already have 9. If you do 4 of each, you already have 12. So that's quite a number of jobs to do. And what you're going to do is you're going to gather all of these and put them in a Google Drive. Do you understand? And you make the link to the Google Drive readily accessible. So, and once you have that, you already have your portfolio somewhere. Do you understand? But you would need your family and friends to help you write reviews, and you have to render services for them to be able to render that offer. That's for them to give you reviews, because if you don't render service for them, then what are they reviewing you on? So this is basically how you're going to do your portfolio and how to get reviews. So inshallah, I'm going to go back to Upwork now, and I'm going to be showing you how you're going to check job posts for the jobs you want to do, and then we'll go on with our process. So I'm back here. So for each of these persons, if you come here, once you scroll down, for example, under Alex, so these are the jobs they have done before. You can see these are the jobs they have done before, different jobs they have done before. So you can see these are their portfolio. So when you look at it, you have an idea of what it is people are doing with their portfolio. So for example, now if you click on this first job, for example, This is a blog post. Okay, this is the first job. Okay, this is private earnings. Let's check. I don't know why it's not clicking. Okay. It's like this one is not available. This one is available. You can see more. But these are just ratings. What I need are the job posts that they've done. Okay. We have to create an account. You can see they said create an account to review them. So it's because we haven't actually signed up. So no problem. When we sign up, when we are done with our sign up, we're going to go back to it. So when we sign up with our account, we'll then go back and we'll actually review each of them's accounts. So I will be able to check the job post that they actually did, and thereafter we'll be able to also add that to our portfolio by doing it ourselves too. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start our account creation process. So for us to do that, we're just going to click on sign up. So and you see it almost everywhere. The next thing for you to do is just to sign up. They want you to sign up. So let's sign up. So they're asking, would you want to sign up as? So we want to work as a freelancer. So we're going to say, I'm a freelancer looking for work. Apply as a freelancer. So they're going to ask for our names. So and you can also just use your Google account to just sign up. So, but I'm just going to do it manually so that so it's going to ask for password. So your country, obviously, and you're going to click on yes, I understand, and you create an account. So I want to confirm this email. So just give me a minute. I want to just confirm it. I'll get back to you soon. Okay, I actually made a mistake here, so there's no .net there. Okay, okay, this is what I wanted to use, so I've confirmed it. So I'll create the account. So so congratulations, I'll save this. The account has been created. Okay, so it's redirecting me. So they've sent me a verification email. So I'm going to go into my email to verify it. So I've received it. So so this is the email. So this email, I actually forwarded it to this email I'm using here because I don't have that email on this system. So I actually I had it on my phone. So I forwarded the email sent to me by Upwork. So in your case, what you will have here, instead of theme is going to be Upwork. So and the subject will be verify your email. So this is how it's going to look like. So you click on verify email. So you just click on it. So you can see saying congratulations, your account is verified, and it's already redirecting it. Okay, so let's get started. It's asking it's asking some few questions, but let's just skip them for now. Let's skip for now. Let's skip for now. So it's asking us to upload this. So I'm just going to fill it out manually. So it's asking if you can import from LinkedIn or upload your resume. So I'm just going to fill it out manually. So it's asking for So if is this the categorization is the same that we saw the other time. So in our case, it's going to be writing. So and it's sales and marketing copywriting because that's what we actually used for the example. I will click on next. So it's going to ask us for our skills. So now for the skills, we are going to go back again to check the skills that they have here. So sorry. Okay. So you can see the skills that are mentioned in here. Marketing strategy, website copywriting, tagline. So you look at them. So these are another one. These are other, let me scroll down. So SEO, book writing, blog writing, copy editing, copywriting. So we'll go through all of them and we'll pick out the ones we want to use there. Same here, let me see. Okay. So we just have everything opened down. Coming. Okay. So once we have all of them open, we're now going to look for the ones that resonate with us the most regarding what we can do. Okay. So we have marketing strategy. Let's just copy everything out. Let me see. Control C, Control Shift V. Oh, Control V. So it's copied everything all together. So let's just do it one by one. So we have maximum of 15 we can use. So let's just do it one by one. Let's not do anything much. So these are copywriting, so we can do website copywriting. Or maybe let's just use our word counter. That'll be a lot easier for us. Control C. We close this. We come back to word counter. So all of these we don't need them again, so we can just delete them. Okay. So we just have skills. Oh, it copied everything. So these are the skills. So let's just delete this. So let's see. Marketing strategy. Okay, that's still fine. Website copywriting, content marketing strategy, tagline, content writing, ad copy, email copywriting, sales copywriting, copy editing, sales funnel copywriting, English slogan, you know, English, sales copy, campaign copy. So what I'm just looking at out for are things that are related to copywriting. So marketing strategy, yes, you can do marketing strategy. So website copywriting, tagline is still okay. Content, ad copy, email copywriting. All of these have to do with copywriting. How many are they? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we only have space for three. Let me check if there's anyone we've not mentioned. Book writing, blog writing, copy editing. We've written something that's to do with copy editing, copywriting. Do we even have copywriting itself there? Let me see. The actual copywriting itself, I don't think it's there. So let's copy it. Control C. So we already have 13. So what we're just going to do is we're going to go through all of them's their skills to look for the ones that have to do what we want to do, which is copywriting. So just you see different other keywords. So we have sales writing. So we'll come back here again. So So we'll go again. Script writing, no. Email marketing, copywriting, email copywriting. We already have all of this. Website copywriting, we have that. Resume, sales writing. So email copywriting. So you see that a lot of them we've actually gotten them from the first one. So just to check for the one that has to do with what you are doing that is is not mentioned already. So SaaS chatbot. Okay. Financial writing, blog writing. Okay. So it appears we are good to go. Technical content writing, copywriting, business and technical writing. Okay. Copywriting, website copywriting. So with that, we already have. Is there sales copywriting? I can't remember since sales copywriting. Let me see. Sales. We have sales writing. Okay, we have sales copywriting. City. So this sales copywriting, we have it there. So let me see copywriting, sales copy brand strategy. Okay, so Alhamdulillah. So we already have like things that are related to what we are doing, all of them all here. So we can now copy it now. So it should work now that everything is entered in a new line. So copy it and paste. Still not working. It's not working. It's not working. So what we are going to do is we are going to copy it one by one. So copy. We'll come back here. We paste. So copywriting. The next one is marketing strategy. Marketing strategy. So you can see how we arrived at the skills. So it's going to still be the same thing around what it is we are doing. Website copywriting. It's still allow around copywriting. You come back here again. So and that's how we're going to do it for everything. So let me just pause the video and do it so I won't bore you. So we have all the skills here already. So it's just the same way I did it before. I just paused the video to finish it up. Then it's another thing is whenever you see a skill that maybe one of those top guys are mentioning, you can actually search it to see if it's something you can do for the meaning. So if you know understand the meaning, sometimes it might just be technical jargon. And if you actually check the meaning, it's actually something you can do. Then you can also add it to your skill set. So once we have all our skill sets ready, then we will proceed. So next, a profile title. So we already have our profile title. So we just come to our document. This is our title, senior sales copywriter and SEO specialist. So we'll go back here and we paste it. You see? Then next, it's going to ask us for our experience. So we can leave this, we can skip this for now. So this is also asking for our education. We can skip it for now. So it's going to ask us for our language. So English. So fluent. So if you have other languages too, like for example, if you can speak Arabic, for example, you can add it. If you can speak French, for example, you can add it. French. So you can add it. If you can speak Yoruba or Hausa, you can add it too. So they are all there. So you can see Yoruba. So 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 you just add as much languages as you can and then you continue. So this is where we are going to write about our bio. So for our bio is what we've written here. Do you understand? So we just copy everything. Copy it. So you can see that the whole journey is smooth because we have actually done our due diligence in the very beginning. So the next thing is going to ask you is to set our rate per hour. So the minimum you want to set is $15, $10 to $15. So 10 is okay because you're just starting. 10 is just fine. So as you grow up on the ladder, you can always increase. So but let's just start with 10. 10 is just okay. So you start with $10 per hour. So I click on next. The next thing is going to ask us is to input our date of birth, our picture, our country, our basic information. So I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to input my personal information, then I'll proceed. So basically what is here, as you can see, we have your photo. So you just click on upload and you choose your photo and you upload it. Thereafter, your date of birth, you choose it. Your country, in our case, Nigeria. We have some people amongst us that are not in Nigeria, so you can choose wherever country you are. So then your address and city, then your phone number. That's basically all. So I'm going to be inputting mine and I would proceed. So I'll pause the video now to do that now. So I'm done filling the form. So I'm not going to want to scroll down because of the person's personal information I'm creating this account for. So I'm creating this account for one of our brothers. So once we're done, we're going to give the account to him. So I don't want to share the information. So I'll just proceed with review your profile. Okay, so everything is set. So you can see senior sales copywriter, SEO specialist, so, and all of that. So and this is the rate, these are the skills you can see. So for the work history, if you have work history, you can add it. If you have education you want to add, you can also add it. Maybe you have masters, PhD, you can always just add it to it. So for your work history, try as much as possible to add work history that is relevant to it. So if you don't have work history that is relevant, you can just leave it. So once we are done with all of this, the next thing we are going to do is click on submit profile. So, and as you can see, we have our account ready. So it's going to ask you to get connect. And this is one of the downsides of Upwork. It didn't used to be like this. It didn't used to be so expensive getting connect and trying to. So we're going to, but the way it is now, you have to subscribe for connect or you have to buy connect. So, but for us, we are going to just leave it as is. So we are not going to be buying connect and we're not going to be doing any subscription. So we are going to be showing you how you are going to get your way around it, because for you to be able to apply for proposals, just as we said before, you will need connect. So we can just continue. So you will just click on browse without bidding. So if you come here, you will see the amount of connects you have. So you can see that you have 0 available connects. So for you to be able to bid, you would need to have connects. So the reason why I came to check connect is by default, when you create a new account, you're supposed to be given 50 connects. So as you can see, you have 0 connects. So usually there's usually a 48 hours delay before you get this connect. So if you have 0 here, it's fine. You don't need to panic, you don't need to worry. And other than that, even if you don't have connect, the method we are going to be teaching you and the strategy we'll be teaching you would not really require you to depend so much on connect to be able to reach out to customers. So we are going to be explaining of that in details in subsequent videos. So the next video, we're going to be positioning ourselves on different social media platforms. And we're also going to be building our brand, our website and all of that, our email, our professional email, our professional website and all of that, how to set it up. And finally, we are now going to be showing you how to look for jobs on Upwork and how to get high paying jobs and apply for them and win them. So as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes it better understood and said, and He forgives us our shortcomings and blesses our affairs, and He grants us the best in this world and the next. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت ونستغفرك ونتوب إليك والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. So once again, be sure to set up your own account just as we have explained. And if you have any questions or clarification, you can always have it answered during the live sessions. May Allah bless our affairs. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.